Hello everybody. Here's our weekly walkthrough video again. I hope everybody has had a wonderful winter break. I think we all needed a little bit of a break. And I'm really looking forward to starting school again and seeing everybody in the morning. I'm at Clever, of course, and the kids are going to log in here again where it says C, which is the K through 5 backup login. I'm logging in with my Active Directory. So I know it does look a little bit different for the kids, but when they get to their Clever page, they're going to want to go here to Mrs. Wilson's page. As always, we've got kind of my directions. Here's our big button to Canvas, and that's where we're going to click to get to our classroom. Again, here's our reading resources, math resources, but I'm going to click on Canvas, which again gives me the teacher kind of dashboard. So their dashboard is going to look a little bit different. But they will show this published course here. They're going to have the speaking and listening. That's the one they're going to want to click on. And then they're going to have our page, Mrs. Wilson's class. I put up a Happy New Year picture. And then here's our link to our Google Classroom. So they're going to want to click the link to our Google Classroom. I'm going to, however, use Chelsea so that you have like a student view. I'm at her email. So we're going to pick Mrs. Wilson's class. And here we go, Mrs. Wilson's class for this year, 2021. Here's our, actually, this is just our stream. If you go up here to classwork, of course, there's our classwork. And here's our week right here. Yeah, week of January 4th through the 8th. The categories, the topics are all here at the side as well. If you want to navigate a little bit quicker between like a week, if maybe you've missed some assignments in a week, you can actually go through that as well. Or we have this here, view your work, you guys can look at. So again, our reading, our live Google Meet. Here's our independent work. Oh, our small groups is in the wrong spot. I'll have to fix that. Our independent work for this week, we're kind of doing the same thing that we work on each week, which is kind of understanding a main idea of a passage and referring back to the passage for some, that's this one here. It's called Santa's. I'll show you. It's called Santa. It's very cute, called Santa's Vacation. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Sorry. So this is the main idea, and then looking for supporting details in a story. So this I thought was so cute, Santa's Vacation. After Christmas, he's pretty tired. So we're going to talk about that. Again, the main idea of a story, one supporting detail, and then there's a couple check marks that they can click and drag to other supporting details in a text. So we're working on this quite a bit, and it will help the kids kind of as we keep going and as we take the next STAR test that we need to take, and when we take the MAP assessment again, I know that they ask these kind of questions as well. And then here, this is actually comprehension passage, Tony's favorite season. We will read through this. There's a couple questions and then an explanation. They need to think about why he likes that season best. So again, reading independent work. As always, my instructions are here to log into Clever, work on Smarty Ants or MobyMax. I did go ahead and get that subscription for the rest of the year just in reading for the kids. And they can take a brain break. Then they're going to work on one of their worksheets or the daily worksheet that we have. Then they can look at pick a book from the library to read. They could play, we've got the alphabets syllables game, or we have out of sight words game. Our library this week is kind of neat. It's a 2001 Happy New Year library. So there's a few books here on the shelf that they can pick to read. I would say to listen to it a couple of times and then possibly take the AR test. So reading work, writing work this week. We are going to do first a graphic organizer. Happy New Year. This is just kind of filling out how old you are, what you want to learn this year, what you want to try, what you don't want to do, and then why you think this will be a good year. So we're going to work on that Monday. And then we're going to actually try writing a goal. And I'll talk to the kids about what it is, what a resolution is. You know, it's a resolution means setting a goal for yourself, and setting a goal means making a plan to do something. So we're going to talk about that, and then we have the sentence starter, my goal is, and then we're going to complete the sentence. We'll work on that Tuesday. Again, there is no class on Wednesday this week. I will remind the kids on Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, we're going to be working on these prompts. These are picture prompts. So Thursday, we'll look at these first two pictures and write a complete sentence about it. And then Friday, we'll look at the bottom two pictures and write a complete sentence about it. And we're really going to think about using some descriptive words or adjectives as we're writing our sentence, and maybe trying to be as creative as we can with that. So that is our writing. I gotta fix that. Friendship groups, of course, would be after writing time from about 11:20 to 11:40. They are optional, but it does give the kids a chance to just talk with friends. And in the Blooms I'm sending today, I will have all the lists of the groups and stuff for you guys to see. Math, look, the math small groups is where it's supposed to be. Here's our math independent work for the week. We are going to kind of we've been off for 2 weeks, so we're going to do a refresher on just addition and subtraction. We'll do that Monday, Tuesday. And then when we come back Thursday, Friday, we're going to work on number order and also another winter graph, which is just a different way to show data. And they're doing pretty good. So we've got just some pictures that represent data in a graph, and then some questions. And they're going to need to refer back up to the graph in order to answer these questions. So it helps with a couple things. Again, we're looking at data a different way, understanding how to read a graph, and then we're working on our reading too, reading our questions and answering the questions. And what they're asking. Like this one, the last one is how many objects are there all together? Well, what do we need to do to figure that out? So it's a pretty good exercise. Number order is putting these in their proper order, thinking about what number comes first, 12, 16, 14, 19, which one of those is the least, and then putting them in the correct order. And again, this is kind of a good exercise just to think about numbers. Maybe I will throw that up there too. I'll put up a hundreds chart for them to use as well when they do that. And then I have here for a game, this actually goes along with that number order. It's a really fun game called numerical order. So they can actually, in this game, skip count by ones. They could also practice by, I think, 2s, 5s, and 10s. So we'll go over that as a class, and hopefully we'll have time to actually play that as a class together. But during their independent time, of course, I want them to log into Clever, work on iReady Math or Extra Math, then a brain break, and then they're going to work on whatever their worksheet is for the day. Then they could play like with the flashcards if they wanted. These are really fun flashcards to do, or they can play that numerical order game. But I will show the kids what that's like for sure. Science this week, we're going to be watching a mystery science video on how do polar animals survive the cold, and kind of talking about really what those animals are like, what adaptations they have in order to survive that extreme cold. We're going to be doing a KWL chart tomorrow first, like what we think we already know, what we want to learn, and then at the end of the week, we'll complete the last portion with what I have learned. So I have the link up here to the mystery science video. We're going to watch the video on Monday. On Tuesday, we'll do the activity that goes along with the mystery science video. All they need is paper, pencil, and either crayons or colored pencils or something like that. And then on Thursday, Friday, I put together a little book. It was, I kind of had to, I had bought it on Teacher Pay Teacher for the kids, but I kind of had to break it down a little bit so I could put it on a Google slide so they had easier access to it. So we have another video to watch. We have this little book to refer back to, and there's just a couple different kind of fun worksheets to do. This one is just labeling like the polar bear. We have our word bank here, and then you're just going to type it in, like, what are these? They're his eye, so you'd write eye in there. But again, I will go over this with the class. I'm not going to just send them off to do it. We will go over this worksheet together before they do it independently. This one, here's another worksheet for science. Again, animals of the Arctic, you have the word bank down at the bottom, and they're not click and drag. We're just going to actually type in the name of the animal into the box. And this last one is just a comprehension check. we'll have already listened to the videos and we will read this together as a class, and then there's 4 questions for them to answer. And we're going to practice again. When you have a question, go back up into the passage and see where you actually find the answer. So that is our science this week. Specials again at the end of the day. So as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Reach out. You can send me a text. You can email me, Blooms me, whatever works for you. I'm really, like I said, I'm really looking forward to our second semester together as a class. I think it'll be great. We do have, it's January, we are going to have some kind of winter assessments that we still need to do. Again, STAR test, I-RADY diagnostic. I'm not sure when I can get that assigned. We're going to give it a try. And as always, we'll do the best that we can, knowing that these are unprecedented times that we are still trying to adjust to teaching in. So again, please contact me any questions. Hope you had a good break, and I can't wait to see everybody tomorrow morning. Bye for now.